All right, I'm the instructor for this course, Physical Science 102, which is PHSC102 Physical Science Survey, second semester. And the purpose of this video is to give the students some idea of how to navigate Brightspace. I'll start off with an apology. I had every intention, for those of you who have had the first semester of Physical Science Survey, remember that I had prepared lecture videos for each chapter. I haven't had time to do those for the second semester. And the reason is that we have changed over from Blackboard to Brightspace, Desire to Learn, often abbreviated D2L. And when that decision was made, all the faculty at New River had to scramble to convert all of their Blackboard courses over to the Brightspace environment. And that's what we've been doing ever since the end of the fall semester. So let's get on with this demonstration. And everybody knows, I'm sure, how to get to, let's see, I need to share first. Share. Okay. Be sure I share the right screen. Here we go. There we go. Okay, I should be just a little inset in the upper right-hand corner or some other place in your screen, and you should see the my browser. Okay. All right, so when you go to the New River main page, you'll find in the upper right-hand corner a strip of selections you can make. And in the past, what we've had is Blackboard is one of these selections. But until I'm told otherwise, you'll need to go into your My New River single sign-on portal. My New River, click on that. And then I've already signed in once on this computer, so it didn't ask me to do it again. But you may have to sign in with your username and password. When you do, then you'll have a selection of applications. They probably won't be as extensive as this because I'm an instructor, but you should find D2L in here somewhere. So if you click on D2L, it will open up in another window and give you something that looks like this. In fact, it should look exactly like this because at this point, I cannot select to view it as a student. So I'm assuming that it's going to be exactly the same for a student and instructor at this point. And you'll find here on this page several strips of selections that you can make. On this home screen, this is called up here in the upper right is the mini bar. All right, I'm just going to identify these things first. Then you have this little icon here. It looks like a house. Anytime you are, if you are in a course and you click on that, it'll take you back to this page where we sit right now. If you want to find a course, then there are usually two or more ways to accomplish any task in these learning management systems, without LMS. The easiest one to find your course here is to click on this little patchwork icon. Let's see, there's a special name for that, course selector. So if you click on that, it'll give you a list of courses that you're signed in to, and you can pick the one. We'll come back to that in a minute. This is will give you messages, usually email, but perhaps even forgotten the term. Let me just click on it. Instant message, excuse me. So you can look at instant messages or emails here. You can, I think you can send an email here. I'm going to click on it and see. Yeah, you can send emails here. At this point, you have to put the address in manually. Whatever email you want to send, you should be able to send it from here. If we go back like that, then this one is alerts, and you have to subscribe for these alerts. I'm not sure how to do that. A lot of the things that I'm going to that will appear during this demonstration are items that I have not investigated because they're not essential to developing the course. But over time, and you may investigate them yourself, you may find use for them. This should be an alert, I think. No items there. Okay. Now you will have a not necessarily your picture. You may have a placeholder here, some figure of some kind. But this is where you access your profile and account settings. And you can log out from here also. And I think the students, well, you should have this one also, which is your admin tools. I'm not going to spend time on that. But I will go down to these items here below. Our IT department has set up these, has produced these links to Brightspace training. Click on that, and some other links here that should help you. What you may want to do is pause this video or exit out of it if you want, and then log in and go to the. Okay, so now we're back where we started from, and hopefully I'll be able to edit that glitch out. Okay, so now you're going to look for your course, and you can do this for any of the courses you're taking, not just mine, but any course that you're taking using Brightspace, the learning management system. Or if you're taking a face-to-face course, your instructor may decide, like I do with all of my classes, to put materials into the learning management system so that you can access them. If you miss a class or if you lose an item, you'll always have access to it. But to find the course that you want, oh, excuse me, I forgot to finish my discussion of the nav bar. The nav bar at this point only has these items. The Brightspace resources, nothing special there. Course tools. You can do limited course administration and look at announcements. I'll just say now that I don't use the learning management system announcements. It doesn't give me the flexibility that I want. So anytime that I have an announcement to make to the class, I will do it by the New River email system. So that's why you need to check your email at least once a day to see if I've sent a message. If there's nothing there from me, just go on your merry way. But if you don't check it every day and I do send you an important message, then your performance in the class may suffer. All right, let's see, what's this one? Discover. I don't see anything. Oh, that takes you to the, well, that doesn't do anything really. LOR, I'm not sure what this is. It's one of those that I haven't looked into. Learning repository. Okay, so you won't have to deal with that. My home, that just refreshes the page from where we are now. And I don't think it's available in other parts of the course either. Eval Zoom, you can go to you can open Zoom here, but since you're not in the course yet, it won't give you any connections, any Zoom connections to make with your classes. You can, if you have a personal meeting Zoom account, which I doubt, so I wouldn't worry about this one either. We're going to get to Zoom when we go into the course. Excuse me, here we go. Okay, now we're back where we can, the next step I want to do is open the course. So if you click on this course selector, then here's the course right here, Physical Science Survey, and there's your CRN number, and there's the semester, spring 2022. So we'll click on that, it opens the course. Okay, now this is what it looks like for me. And I haven't changed, supposedly I can change the view here, background, whatever it is, but I'm going to leave it like this. The name of the course is up here at the top. Now, if you're in a course and you want to go to another course, then you just go to that course selector and select a different course. Okay, so I've got a little short welcome message here. And actually, the rest of the courses that are available to you should be down here below. So that's the alternate way to get to your course. You can use the course selector, which I think is cleaner, or you can go down to this one with all the colors in it. That's one of my complaints about Brightspace, is it's very messy. It looks pretty, but I prefer the clean presentation of Blackboard. Anyway, this is what we've got, so we're going to deal with it. All right, now I'm going to change over to the student view so that it'll look like what you should expect to see when you open the course. Here we go. Okay, that all looks the same, right? So we've got these various tools on the nav bar. Assignments, assignments and tests or exams are two different things. So in this class, the lecture part of Physical Science Survey, I don't expect to see any assignments. When you get into Physical Science 104, the lab, the assignments will show up here. And you can get to those assignments on this page, right? See, there are no assignments there. You should be able to see your class progress. I'm not sure how this is going to look, so I can't spend any time on it. I don't know what to expect here. The next tool is the class list. Now this will show you everybody that's in your class, right? And at this point, you can select and send emails, or you can instant message them. I haven't tried instant message. I don't know if it's going to work, whatever, but the email should work. If you select here and click email, then you can send emails to anybody in the class, all the class, or just a selected few from this site. Now, if it's anything like Blackboard, you won't be able to receive emails here. You have to open the your New River email address in some sort of either online with the web app, or if you have a client that's that you can set up to receive your emails, then you go to that. But here you can send emails, and this is how I will send emails to the class, because it only has students in the class, and it's easier to select from that than it is from the entire to go into my email account and try to pick out my students out of that list. Okay, I'm going to skip content from now because that's where we're headed. Course home should take you back to the first page of the course, like that. That's simple. You will have some course tools. There's announcements, there's a checklist. I haven't set up any checklists, so you won't see anything there. I haven't set up any groups. I haven't set up any surveys. You can get to the class list here also. And quizzes. You can click quizzes here, or you can click quizzes over here and get to the same location. And that will show you all of the exams, all of the both the graded and the non-graded items. These that say requires respondents lockdown browser, those are all like chapter exams. All right, so there's where's chapter 11? 11's at the bottom. Okay, so chapter 11 through 14, and then we skip to 19 through 24. Because in the first semester, we covered chapters 15, 16, 17, and 18. Now we're going to go from chapter 11 to 14, and then from chapter 19 to 24. There's also a practice test. And this is so that you can, you open it up and you use Respondus Lockdown Browser practice. And if you had the first semester with me, it's the same idea. It's just to be sure that you can, that all your equipment works, so that you don't go in to take your first exam and everything fails. This is insurance. There's also, you'll notice, a syllabus knowledge check. It's like the first semester. And it's worth 1% of your final grade, but it doesn't require Respondus or Lockdown Browser. You just go straight into this and take it as a Brightspace exam. They call them quizzes. Brightspace calls everything quiz that is an exam. So these are all graded here. These items here under exams, they're graded. These reviews are like the reviews from your first semester. You click on these and they come up as a test, and you run through them and it gives you a score. You find out which ones you did poorly on, you go work on those, and you keep taking it until you get them all right. If you do that, then when you take the exam, it'll be a piece of cake. So these are all review tests. Let me see. Okay, we'll let that go. All right. None of these reviews are used in your average. Only these under exams. There's also an end of term course evaluation. Do that at the very end. And this is for me as an instructor and for the administration to see if we help us determine if we accomplished our mission in presenting the course and evaluating it. Okay, so that's the quiz list. Let's see, discussions won't be anything. Grades, this is where you look at see how your grades are doing. And it'll have a grade over here, a percentage grade for each of your graded items. It'll also present your review grades as well, which is, I don't care about because they don't enter into your review. There are, let's see, there should be homework. Yes, WebAssign. Okay, I'll show you how to get to WebAssign when we get into the course materials, but you can see what your homework grades are here also. Okay, and then your course average, let's see. I'm not sure if this is the correct one yet. I will input your course average periodically manually. I don't have the system automatically average out your score because it's too clunky. It's just too difficult to make adjustments on the spot. If I need to make changes in the middle of the semester, then I do much better with my Excel spreadsheet, and then I transfer the grades over into Brightspace. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, that's everything up to now has for the most part has not been restricted by the course material itself. Now, everything in the course that is that you need to succeed. And you can also access exams here is under this item here, content. We skipped that earlier because I was going to come back to it. So if you go to content, then you'll see the whole course. Now, unfortunately, this is the last thing I did on the course with these PowerPoints. So if you want to set it back to show you everything, just go over here and click on Table of Contents. Okay, there you go. Now you've got everything in the course here on the right-hand side. And you can skip to various parts of the course using this table of contents on the left. But some of these are expandable. So I'll show you how that works in a minute. This tells you probably something you already have seen, who I am. There you go. And then what to do. There are only minor changes in this what to do as compared to the first semester, but it probably would be well for you to read it anyway. Let's see. I'll remind you that the Cengage has scheduled office hours like they did last semester, so that students who are trying to register for WebAssign, if you have any difficulties or if you're in doubt, then the scheduled office hours, I'll report them someplace else. I'll show you where that is in a minute. The office hours, and you can just zoom in during those times and days, and there'll be somebody there to help you get registered. Let's see. I need to point anything out here. Nothing spectacular. Okay. Okay, that's what to do. This is a web page. I'm not sure what this is about. I'm just working up this course and trying to learn the system at the same time. So you're going to find glitches. And if they're serious ones, call them to my attention and I'll fix them. But I want to see what this one is. Okay. Nothing unusual here. There are some breadcrumbs here that sometimes appear so that we can go back to, actually, I want to go back to table of contents. Go back there, table of contents. Okay, what it's doing is it's taking this information here, what to do, and it's putting it in a web page here. So it's the same stuff. You don't have to open one, just whichever one you prefer. Okay, I haven't put the syllabus in there yet, but I will. If you click on that, you get both a PDF file with the syllabus in it. I'll put my schedule in here also. And then this is where you find the syllabus knowledge check, that little quiz that gives you 1% credit on your grade, a maximum. Actually, it's more than 1%. It's more than 100% is possible because there's one bonus question. And if you're coming back for the second semester, you'll see a lot of similar questions in here. So if you missed some on the first one and you took note, then you can get them right this time. Okay, so we want to go back. Let's see, there's no breadcrumbs, so you can go back like that. No, that's not where I wanted to go. We'll go table of contents. Also, if everything is too spread out, if all the modules are opened up and it's just miles and miles and miles of stuff, you can collapse everything right up here. Just click on that and it'll collapse it into the major headings. And then when you want something want to look at something, you can open it up. Okay, syllabus. Here's a link to the, actually this NRCTC email is a module that I set up for email, but it's it actually takes you to the class list. So if you click on that, email class, then you've seen that before. And you can email, instant message. You can print out a list of who's in the class with you. If you miss a class and you want to talk to somebody in the class about it, then you can send them a message here. Okay, this is taking too long. I need to speed things up. Let's see. Sometimes these items open up in separate tabs. So I'm going to close that tab and go back here and then go back to the table of contents. Okay, so we made it down to email. Here's your free Microsoft Office 365. If you don't already have Office, then there's where you get it. I don't think this is one I should keep. Hold on a second. No. This will disappear by the start of the semester. So I want to go back. This course was originally created was ported over from Blackboard. And you may see some Blackboard references in here that I missed, but that one will disappear. What you will have here instead, well, there's a place for external links for self-help. It's homework. This is where you go to register. You might have to scroll back up to find it. This is where you go to register for WebAssign for this semester. If you bought Cengage Unlimited for the first semester, then at the first semester and for 2 semesters at the same time, you purchased, you knew you were going to take this course, so you went ahead and bought the full academic year. Then you would use the same activation code. You may not even have to if you've already registered with that code. I'm not sure how that works. But if you need to register, then this is where you do it. And I'm not going to click on that because it takes me outside. But it will give you a series of questions and things that you need to answer to register if you haven't already registered. If you have, it probably remembers who you are because you're signed in under your New River email address to take this course. This is the information I was talking about for the Cengage office hours, and they have them listed here. Let's see, between Tuesday the 4th and Friday the, let's see, office hours are, okay, so they're doing this right now. Right, this is, I'm making this video on the 7th of January. So they have their office hours and they're running them now on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays from 12 noon till 2 p.m. and on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So they're going to be going right up through Friday the 18th, which should be, well, that's not, no, that's February 18th. They're going to be doing the whole month of January, it looks like, and then into February also. So these office hours are available for you to troubleshoot. If you can't make those times and you need support, here's their number right there, or you can contact them through this support web page or through social media. And if all else fails, here's your contact with Cengage. The account executive, the representative is D. Frederick. And at this phone number or this address, or better yet, if you want to meet with D by Zoom, then you go to this, click on this link right here, and it will take you to her appointment page, and you can set up an appointment and Zoom with her and fix your problem. Or she can find out how to fix it. She's an excellent resource. Okay, so that takes care of that one. Let's go back to table of contents and scroll down and see what else we've got. Homework. Respondus monitor lockdown browser installation. You can do that from this link, or I've learned that the first time you click on an exam or on the practice test, right? The practice test uses lockdown browser. So when you click on that one, and I'll show you in just a minute where that is, I mean, what you will see. Then it will ask you, if you need to install Respondus Monitor and Lockdown Browser, right? For those of you who had it last semester, you remember you had to go and click on this link and install it first. And then if you wanted to take an exam, you had to go out and open that browser and then go into Blackboard course and start the exam. I guess this is one good thing about Brightspace. They've integrated Lockdown Browser, Respondus Monitor into their system. So when you go in on your regular browser and click on it, the exam, to take an exam, it will automatically ask you to install this if you need it. If you don't need it, then you go ahead and start the exam. Okay. Here's your practice test. Let's just see what it looks like. Here we go, practice test, launch lockdown browser, okay? Or download and install the latest version. So if you don't have to do that, then you click launch lockdown browser and it will poll your system and see if there's anything in your system, your computer that's open that needs to be shut down. And it'll tell you, you have to shut this down, say yes, and it'll close them for you on your way to taking the exam. Okay, I'm not going to go any deeper into that one. Let's go back to table of contents. And let's see. All right, so now that's expanded. Hold on a second. No, that's okay. That's okay. All right. So your first chapter that you're going to be studying, the first 11, 12, 13, 14, 4 chapters are going to be chemistry. So here, this chapter, the chemical elements, I give you an outline of, this is actually section outline of the textbook itself. So section 1 is this, section 2 is that. And these are the things that you should be able to do within each one of these sections. Okay. Now we want to expand this to get at the other materials. So you just click on that. And by the way, if you want to go directly to one of these quicker, then you can go over here on the table of contents and scroll down and pick out the modules here, right? All the way down to the very last one, module 24. So we're going to stick on module 11. Here it is. All right. And the first thing you'll see is PowerPoints. All right. So here are your PowerPoints, just like before. There'll be a PowerPoint file, there'll be a PDF file, and there'll be a web page type HTML5. Any one of these you can use. If there are any animations, then you won't see them in PDF, but you will get them if you have PowerPoint loaded on your computer. You can look at these files, this as a presentation, or you can call up this one. And for the benefit of those who may not have had the first semester, you click on that and it opens up your HTML file, which is derived from the PowerPoints. And you can just go through them like that. Now, at this point, in the first semester, I had videos, lecture videos for each of these chapters. That's what I was talking about earlier. I don't have them prepared for this semester. And I apologize again. I had every intention of doing that over the break, but WVNet had other plans for my time. Since WVNet hosts all the community colleges that want to participate, then we have to abide by their decisions. And they decided that they were going to ditch Blackboard and go with Brightspace. And they were going to do it January. So we were stuck. We all just had to scramble to catch up. Okay, so let's go back. Let's use the breadcrumbs. Let's go back to this module. Notice that the way I went back to that module, now it's the only thing on this right-hand side page. Before, it was everything in the Start Here, Lessons and Resources was on that right-hand side. Now it's just this module 11, which might be better actually to do it that way. Okay, once you've reviewed that material, read your chapter, reviewed this material, then let's see. In this case, I do have a video that I extracted from my introductory chemistry class. It's on the same topic that you encounter in this chapter, nomenclature. That is, how do you name compounds? Okay, so that would be a good review. It was presented to a chemistry class, but it covers exactly the same rules that you will need to name compounds. This is a list, a PDF document, a list of polyatomic ions that you'll need to know. This is a periodic table, and let's call that up, periodic table. Okay, so here's what you'll see. Now, at this point, in fact, I'm wondering if that nomenclature video is in the wrong place. I'll fix it by the time the semester opens. But this is the periodic table of elements. There are 118 elements in this periodic table, and you need to memorize some of them, the symbols for some of these elements. Okay, the ones I want you to memorize are boxed in red. So you see that these here, these across here, some of these down here, those two, a lot of these, and then the heavier elements down here don't have red boxes around them because you don't need to memorize those. The only ones I want you to memorize in these heavier ones here are uranium and plutonium, and that's for historical significance. Okay, so let's go back. I'll tell you how I can find out. Let's go back up to here. Aha. See that section, naming compounds? We do need to know how to name compounds. We do need the periodic table, and you do need to memorize those elements. So how do you memorize elements? The best way, if this is your first time learning the elements, if you've already done it once, then you're ahead of the game. But if this is your first time, go to that periodic table and notice it had no names in the periodic table. You have to look up those names, and they will be in your textbook. Or you can find them on, you can Google them. The symbol matched with the name. So get yourself some index cards and write the symbol on one side, and on the other side, write the name. And then you should use your index cards, flip through them, and you can go through them any way you want to, name and give me the symbol, or a symbol and give me the name. And then you put one pile over here is, I got that one. This pile, I missed that one. And you have the missed pile. Go back through the missed pile until you get those. And then you keep going until you got them all in the I know them pile. Then you go back and do it again. You should be able to go through those cards 3 times in succession without missing any of them. Either going through them by the symbol, give them the name, or go with the name, give me the symbol. You should be able to do it 3 times with no mistakes. If you can do that, then you know the symbols. And the reason you need to know those symbols is because that's the alphabet for chemistry. The alphabet for chemistry is the symbols for the names of the elements. And then we build from there. If you don't know the symbols, then you can't write the compounds, and then you can't balance equations. You can't do anything with chemistry if you don't know the symbols. Okay, that was part of my lecture. Okay, so now each chapter has homework that's assigned, and within each of these modules is a connection for the homework. Here, this module has a link, and the link's going to be in blue. You click on that link, and that takes you directly to the WebAssign homework for that chapter. Okay, now of course, once you get into WebAssign at that chapter, you can go anywhere you want to. But if you only need to do the homework for that chapter, then you just go straight in there, do the homework, and you're done. You could get there from that, from this other homework link over here, this one, right? But then you'd have to search for the right chapter. This way, you go straight to the chapter you need to do. Okay, here are, let's see. All right. This review document and key, this is like a paper exam that you can use to review information. If you want to just go in and review it as a Brightspace quiz online, then this is your connection right here. So it'll go in like that. And let's see. Why is it not? Wait a minute. Okay, there's another glitch. I need to make a note of that. For the reviews, there's no start quiz. There should be a start quiz button at the bottom. And since there isn't one, that means I've got a problem. Click start quiz to begin attempt 1. See, and I don't see one there. I can't scroll down any further. So I don't know where it is. Let me see if I can go even deeper. I'll tell you what, let me do this. Nope. Okay, there's something wrong. I'll have to fix before you can use the reviews. But it should be, there should be a start quiz button identified here. Start quiz button, and then you can start the quiz and do your review. You can do it as many times as you want once I get it fixed. Okay. So then when you get to the exams, within the exam submodule, you will have this exam. Here's your exam. You click on that and you follow the instructions to open up lockdown browser and continue. But before you do that, what you may want to do is to print off a periodic table. And for these first 4 chapters, you'll only need to do that once. Just print off that periodic table and keep it with you. That's kosher. Any chemistry class will either have a periodic table for you in front of you, or they have one up on the board. If we were face-to-face, there'd be a big one up on the board that you could use. And that's where you take your exam. And then you have a certain amount of time to take the exam, but it doesn't shut down automatically. You can go past the allotted time. It'll just tell me that you're taking more time than you should. Okay, so that's the form that each one of these modules will take. You can go to any one of these modules So we go to that one. You can find the PowerPoints, homework, chapter reviews. Let me see if it's the same problem as chapter 14. Review. Yeah, I got the same problem in every one. I got to figure that one out so you can use the reviews. Okay. All right. So now when we get done with those, there should be, I'll put some contact information in here. Anything that I put in these separate modules is in the syllabus. That's where I get that information. Contact information, my office hours, textbook information, whatever. These are common to every course that we teach at New River. Services, contact numbers, academic calendar, and here's a connection for your end of term course evaluation. Okay, so I think that's it. We're done, and good luck.